coming to you from an unknown location, at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, bringing you the unknown. Welcome to another spine-tingling episode of Paranormal 411. Your hosts are David Reagan and Jason Scott, and together, they dive headfirst into the mysteries that lurk just beyond our understanding, featuring notable experts ready to share their insights into the world of the strange and unknown. So pull up a chair, pour a cup of something warm, and prepare to be enthralled. Here at Paranormal 411, we're not just a radio show, we're a community of truth seekers, adventurers of the mind, exploring the boundaries of the known and unknown. We invite you to join us, to share your thoughts, your experiences, your questions. Whether you've had your own encounter with the supernatural or you're simply intrigued by the inexplicable, we want to hear from you. So, don't be shy. Drop a comment and let's unravel the mysteries of the universe together. Buckle up as we journey beyond the veil of the ordinary, into the heart of the extraordinary. This is Paranormal 411, where the inexplicable meets reality and imagination takes flight. Stay tuned and remember, in the world of the paranormal, nothing is as it seems.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. We're back.
We're back.
Guess what day it is? It's Thursday.
Toys Day.
Toys Day.
Toys
Hey.
Day.
Right on, eh? Did you have a good day?
No.
No?
No.
That's not good.
Never good. Never good.
Why?
I don't have to work today.
You have to work every day.
I had to back trucks in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man.
No fun, man.
Michelle says, hey.
Hi.
Hello, Michelle. So, mine wasn't too bad. It was busy, like it has been kind of here lately, but not terrible. Finally starting to get a little bit of a handle on the, inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Just about a page away from having almost all of it done.
Good.
Or entered anyway, we'll say. So, yes, that'll be nice once that gets done.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, listening. Tonight, we've got a great show lined up for you, don't we, Jason?
Yes, we do.
Remember, if you want to
got-
find us, oh, go ahead.
You got a...
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I see it.
You got lights on your face.
The sun's setting right there. I'm glowing, Jason.
Remarkable.
Look at that. Right there. Look. Cut in half. Remember, you can find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. You can also tune in live every Tuesday and Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And also Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be right here. Remember, Saturdays at 10 to 11, if you're in the metro Atlanta area, you can catch us on WDJY FM. That's 99.1 FM. Now, for listeners outside of Atlanta, you can still listen. You just go to WDJYFM.com or you can click the link on our website at paranormal411.org. Right, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Now, also, we're on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. And you can't remember, but don't forget this book right here, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore, Edition 2.
Pretty little book.
Beautiful book. Worth every penny.
It is.
What I've been told, anyway. We put in a lot of hard work in creating this book. Remember, this is available on Amazon or at paranormal411.org. East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. Join us.
Oh, yeah. Join us. We got some news today. We are going to be here in Philadelphia, Tennessee on October 12th at Dead Man's Farm.
Yes.
For their haunted market, I think is the name of it.
Dead Market or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's from 6 to 10.
It's their first annual one they're doing. This is the inaugural market.
Nice. It's going to be fun. And then we've also been invited to come out and do some of the other things with them too, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll be down there a couple more times before Halloween.
And we'll make sure that you know about it. What else do we have coming up this month, Jason?
September the 21st. We're going to be at the Cleveland Mansion at the Scream Chamber in Athens, Tennessee.
It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It's all the first time we went. It was pretty fun. So
This will be our third time. Second time.
Because we skipped last year.
Oh,
we didn't go.
Yes, we did.
But definitely, if you want to come visit us, say hi to us. Come to these events because we got one more too, right? The one in Crossville.
Yeah. Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah.
On October the 19th.
It's going to be fun.
That one will be good too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're all fun.
Yeah. I like going.
And then, we've got something that we just built and the video will be coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
And this is our SLS camera. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look, it's even personalized for us. See that?
I like that.
It's got our logo on it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So when we go to some of these events, we might bring some of our equipment so people could look at it and see it.
We're going to bring some equipment and let you try it out, maybe.
Maybe.
See anything running around.
With a deposit, a lowly deposit of $1 million. No.
Hey, we got a good show tonight. We're going to be talking about 5 sure signs of a haunting. So if you have one of these 5 things, you probably are haunted, right?
Yep. Or you got people living in your basement.
Yes.
That you knew or you didn't know about. No.
So the idea of ghosts and hauntings can be a bit spooky. It's important to approach the topic with you don't have your button. I don't
have my button. My beep, 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 beep.
Here, let's get it over here and let's do that little button.
Where's my button? I want my button. Wait,
there you go.
Yeah, look at that.
So it's important to approach the topic with a rational mindset.
It is because, when you get irrational, you do dumb things. Irrational mindsets just make you do something that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
So it is better to just, if something scares you, stop and just think about it for a second before you run out the door screaming, yelling, or running over the old lady that's next to you that's trying to have fun. Yeah.
Or saying you're possessed.
Yeah. Falling down and jerking around.
Woo. So we're going to go over like 5 different ones. We're going to go over unexplained noises, strange smells, very strange smells.
What was that?
And temperature anomalies.
Those are amazing.
Electronic disturbances.
We've had all the batteries drained before.
Yes, we have. And I jumped back in the truck.
On multiple occasions, we've had that happen. Remember the last thing we did, all of our mics.
All the mics drained. Went bad. Yeah. So. And the last one would be feeling watched or touched.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
I think I have an ability. Okay. I've told you this once before, but I think I got an ability.
Yeah.
That not many people, I've never heard of it. Maybe in animals. But I can hear the change in the wind. I mean, I don't hear it, but I feel it in my ears.
Really?
Yeah. It's like,
is it like when you're going up a mountain or something, how it like kind of creates that pressure?
Nope. It's not like nothing like that. I know how that feels.
Right.
And if I'm like laying in the bed, for instance, because that's where most time I feel that, because my kids start sneaking in the bedroom.
They start migrating
try to steal my phone. And every time I look up, I say, "What you doing?" Because I can feel them coming in the air. It's weird.
That's crazy. That's awesome, though.
I do. I think I have a special ability.
But it may be something else.
Could be.
And that's how you're perceiving it. But it may be another form of like an ESP or something.
Could be.
Yeah.
I've been known to be psychic.
That's right.
There we go. Where's the button?
I haven't had it in a while. You know, I might be a little slow on it.
No, it's not a sound. It's like I can't explain how it is. It's just a change in the noise.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
What's up, Mark, Michelle?
Everybody else?
Yeah, we got a few more people in there.
Hey, everybody that we see that's on there, if you wouldn't mind, please like, share,
subscribe.
If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please.
Yes.
YouTube is awesome. It helps us out. But thanks everybody for showing up. That's interesting though.
Yeah. I need to start
owning it,
practicing it.
Yeah. Own that skill. Yeah.
I can just feel like, you know, when somebody comes around a corner, I can practically feel like somebody's coming around the corner
before you even see them.
Before I see them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we'll let you do the first one, Unexplained Noises, Dave.
Oh yeah. So have you ever, you know, had unexplained noises in your house or anywhere that you've been? You know, one of the most common signs of a haunting is the presence of unexplained noises. Now, these can take many forms, such as footsteps, knocks, whispers, or even the sounds of objects being moved. I've had this for the last couple of days at the house, but I just don't know if it's the people living under the stairs.
Yeah, it could be the people living under the stairs.
You know, it's important to distinguish between those noises and normal household sounds like creaking floors or pipes. Now, if you're constantly hearing sounds that seem out of place or you can't explain, it could be a sign of paranormal activity. So, for instance, you might hear footsteps in a hallway when you know no one else is at the house. That's a pretty good sign.
Oh, yeah.
You might hear a door opening or closing when you're certain that it was shut. Now, these noises can be particularly unsettling, especially if they occur repeatedly. It's also worth noting that these unexplained noises can sometimes be accompanied by other paranormal phenomenon, such as cold spots, strange smells. If you're experiencing a combination of these signs, it may strengthen the likelihood that it's a haunting. And that's what I've been last night. I am telling you, every time I laid down to go to bed, I heard a bang on the floor in the living room or in the kitchen. The only things that are up there are two dogs and they can't go kabang. And so I jump up and I run out to the kitchen and guess what? Nothing. Not even the people who live under the stairs were there.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. And it happened last night 3 times before I finally said, I'm done. You got to stop this because I'm going to bed, and it stopped.
Now, when you say 3 times,
3 times.
Now, some people, in the paranormal community would associate that with the Trinity, and it would be evil.
Evil Trinity. I guess there's an evil Trinity.
Maybe. I bet you got possessed too.
You know what? I have missing time. My neck's been hurting for the last couple of days.
Man.
Just
dang. You know, I've heard, you know, doors creaking and stuff like that. We've got these French doors that go into the office.
Yeah.
And you know how when you compress wood, it'll crack. That's what it sounds like. Like nothing's there.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I do see little bitty shadows and stuff out of the corner of my eye there. I think I've got some things going on. Mark Brown says his dad passed at his home and they frequently hear things and he moves things same as he did when he was alive.
Yeah, I believe that. Really. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is cool. We got to get down to Mark's place sometime and look for Sassy Squatch.
Yeah, he needs to tell us the date that thing comes out for them.
Pawpaws. Yeah. Pap comes to visit. Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't wait because we've got our piece of equipment right here. I think this is as well as a ghost hunting tool. I think it's as a Bigfoot tool.
Yeah, because I believe Bigfoot's paranormal.
Well, I do. I'm with you on that.
It's not normal.
It's definitely paranormal, right?
So we'll go ahead and get one more in here. Strange smells. So another common sign of a haunting is the presence of unexplained smells. These can be sweet or they can be foul. Or even a specific scent associated with a particular person.
Right.
Or event.
Granny likes such and such perfume, and then you smell it every once in a while.
Or granny cooking something that you've smelled all your life.
Mark says my mom's perfume. Yeah, exactly.
Perfume. These
sometimes roses, sometimes
flowers.
Yeah.
These smells often appear suddenly and without a clear source. Now I know you have had some smelly stuff going on around your yard.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I really think that it's a Bigfoot, but the wife and I on multiple occasions have gone out to feed the or to make sure the chickens are up at the usually at that time it was later on in the night. It was about 9 or 9:30 at night.
Roy in the house.
What's up, bird dog? And we would walk by a particular part of our yard, just one little section, and it smelled like something was dead, like just something rotten is what it smelled like. But as soon as you pass that little bitty patch, it was gone. It wasn't there before and it wasn't there after. It was just in one little bitty area. And you would hear some rustling up in the woods up here.
Yeah.
And then when I'd go to the furthest chicken coop, sometimes I'd hear it back there where those really big oaks are. And on our way back, the smell would be gone. Now, if something was dead, that smell doesn't go away.
Right.
And it doesn't just appear in one area. You're going to smell it for a minute, Yeah. So it's really weird that it was just in one little area, and it happened like 3 or 4 nights in a row.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And a 4-foot rose bush got pulled completely out of the ground. Yeah, that did happen too. Michelle said. Yeah. When we first planted those roses that are right by the garage.
Yeah.
The first day we planted those, the next morning, it was pulled up and set down next to the hole.
Now that's pretty wild because you'd have to have hands to do that.
Yeah. And like she said, it was a 4-foot rose. It was like one of those bush roses. It wasn't, just a single rose stem. I mean, this was a bush that got pulled up and moved.
I don't think a deer or anything would like bite it because of the thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Or I don't know if you could bite it, pull it perfectly up. I mean, it was pulled perfectly straight up and then just set down beside the hole. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
So Mark asked or says, can flowers be a sign? Mom told me she would use her favorite flower to tell me if there is another world. There was no
chicory
here. Now place is covered up.
I believe so, Mark.
Yeah.
I believe that is one of the biggest signs that a lot of people do. A lot of people get music playing. Hey, Randy.
What's up, Randy?
Songs that a certain person liked that they never really heard, but all of a sudden they start coming on the radio a lot or stuff. I think there's a lot of different ways that they tell us, hey, I'm here, I'm watching after you, or I'm okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of different scents. Like you could even smell fire. Smoke from a fire, but no fire nowhere.
Yep. Cigarettes where no one smokes.
Right. These smells can be both unsettling and intriguing, but as often seem to defy logical explanation. It is important to note that these strange smells can sometimes be accompanied by another phenomenon, which we're going to get into in a minute. Unexplained noises. No, we're going to do temperature anomalies.
Yes.
So if you're experiencing one or two of these, you could have a haunting.
You know, when you're talking about smells before we get off that subject,
Yeah.
you know, I think that if you're going to go to a place and do an investigation, hey, Barbara.
Hello, Barbara.
It is really good, I believe, that you go as unscented as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So then that way your colognes or your whatever doesn't confuse other people or even mix with something that would normally you might get that you wouldn't get because you've got, you know, a ton of cologne on.
Yeah.
So I just think that would be a really good thing to think about if you plan on ever going out and investigating. Ooh. So, electronic disturbances?
No, temperature anomalies.
Oh, we're doing temperature anomalies. Now, we've had this happen.
And after we do this one, we'll probably take a break.
Okay. Everybody don't leave us. Now, a third common sign of a haunting is the presence of unexplained temperature anomalies. These can involve sudden drops or increases in temperature. Now, they are often localized to specific areas of a home or a building. These temperature changes can occur without any apparent reason, defying the laws of physics. And to note on that, you know, a lot of times you'll have where someone will feel like part of their arm's getting cold.
Mm-hmm.
And you could shoot it and it'll show, you know, that part of your arm or whatever is like 50 something degrees, but then the rest of you's normal body temperature. You know, and that's a really good sign of a temperature anomaly.
Yeah, I mean something's got a hold on you.
It's touching you, saying, "Hey, come
I'm
here."
here.
Now, for instance, you might feel a sudden chill in a room that was previously warm, or you might find a particular area of your home consistently colder than the rest. Now, these temperature anomalies can be quite unsettling, especially when they occur repeatedly. It is important to rule out other potential explanations for these temperature changes, such as faulty heating or cooling systems. But if you're consistently experiencing temperature anomalies that cannot be explained by natural causes, it could be a sign of paranormal activity. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Thanks for listening from Florida. Awesome.
Florida.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
If you just joined us, we're talking about 5 sure signs of a haunting.
Yes. Now, when it comes to temperature changes, like we said, you know, we've done some investigations where we've witnessed that quite a bit, where you'll have just one area that you'll walk through and it's just cold. And there's no air conditioning or nothing in most of these places. There's no explanation why all of a sudden you've got that cold spot, but it's there. You know, it's there. It's undeniably there. And so how do you explain it? You know, you could say that it is anomalous because it is. You can't definitively say it's a ghost by any means, but at the same time, if it's anomalous and then you have other precursor signs, you have, say, you know, some of your equipment going off or whatever, you know, 2 or 3 things add up to usually something is going on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's a telltale sign when the temperature drops suddenly.
Right.
Just like no breezes, no air, no nothing, and all of a sudden you feel a cold sensation.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty chilling.
That was good, Jason.
That was a good joke.
That was good. It? I liked it. That was
pretty chilling.
Very punny.
So we're going to have to take a quick break here at the midsection of this podcast, right?
Yes.
And,
Yeah. Remember, everybody, this is on our Tuesdays and Thursday shows. They're usually 1 hour shows. And I'll tell you, before we go to a quick break, these shows, we really want to have as many of you, our listeners, come in on these days and do 1 hour shows with us. So whether it's by phone, by video, however, we want to start doing listener shows and telling your experiences, whatever they are, anything paranormal, we do it all. So definitely, if that's something that you want to do, you could definitely get a hold of us at info, that's info, info at paranormal411.org, info at paranormal411.org, and definitely get a hold of us, and we'll try to work you in and get you on the show, because that's what these Tuesdays and Thursdays, when we started doing them, that's what we wanted to start doing with them. So we've had a few really successful, so we want to keep it up. We want to make it bigger, where you won't just hear Jason and I sitting here blabbling. Yeah, I like that, Jason.
It's a lot less easier when we have a guest.
Yeah,
it's telling their story, because
it gives us an awesome story to hear, and then we could ask questions.
Yeah,
and then we're going to start having our guest where people will start calling in too. So.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, we're going to go to a quick break. Don't go nowhere, please. Don't go nowhere. This is just a quick break, 6 minutes, 1 second, and we will be right back.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, sleepy town tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The locals tell tales of a house atop a hill where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo in the dead of night. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's a portal to another realm. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: those who venture there are never quite the same. Or picture this, a clear, starry night in the heart of the desert. Suddenly a blinding flash cuts across the sky, a craft of unknown origin moving at impossible speeds. It hovers, then vanishes, leaving only questions and a sense of awe. Could it be visitors from another world, or perhaps a secret government project? These stories, these encounters with the unknown, are what we love here at Paranormal 411. Our mission? To explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, and to shine a light into the darkest corners of the paranormal. We've journeyed through haunted houses and UFO sightings, and into the mysteries of cryptids and psychic phenomena, and pondered the existence of other dimensions. And yet, there is so much more to discover. Paranormal 411 is your guide to the unexplained and the extraordinary. Here we talk about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world, from haunted houses and UFO sightings to cryptids and psychic phenomena. We love to question, to explore, and to understand the unknown. There's a world of mystery out there just waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey into the unknown? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a part of the Paranormal 411 community. Together, we can uncover the secrets that the universe holds. Welcome to Paranormal 411. Your journey into the unknown starts here. Join us.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters, along with mouth-watering pizza, go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
All right.
What's up, everybody? We're back.
We're back.
Told you 6 minutes, 1 second.
We just lost a few.
Remember, if you want to find us, you can do that at paranormal411.org, paranormal411 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Right, Jason?
X.
We also have this awesome book, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2, available on Amazon or at paranormal411.org. Join us. East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2.
So,
and thanks everybody that's bottom.
Yes.
Mark, I like the little ghost things.
Yeah. So if you just joined us, we're talking about 5 sure signs of a haunting.
Oh yeah, we left off on electronic disturbances. That's where we're at.
If you get any of these,
call us and let us come over.
Call us and we'll come over and do you a favor.
We got a new piece of equipment we haven't got to go
personalized.
Out and try and use it. Yeah, look at that. It's got our logo on it.
Be sure to go to the YouTube channel when David gets the video put up and watch how he built it.
Yes, we had a good time building it, didn't we, Jason?
Yes,
it was fun.
So, electronic disturbances. We've had this happen numerous times.
we have. It's really funny because you know this is the one thing that a lot of people talk about, right? Oh, this happened and that happened and batteries got drained. But you know what? That really does happen.
Yeah, it surprised me when it did happen. And of course, me being who I am, I said, I got to go again. I jumped back in the truck I ain't standing out there in that graveyard in the complete dark.
Uh,
So these can manifest in different ways, such as the lights flickering, which we've had that happen
we have,
in a restaurant that was supposedly haunted in Gatlinburg,
yes,
the Greenbrier.
Greenbrier. Yeah, that was a great place to eat, but it was pretty cool place at the same time.
You could have appliances turning on or off randomly.
Mm.
David, at his haunted house, the first house that I ever went in that was haunted,
Mm-hmm.
had a go ahead and tell it
What?
with the stereo.
Oh yeah. Well, as most people know that I've been able to see most spirits most of my life. So I knew this was a little girl that was at this place, at this house of mine. And so Saturday mornings, it was crazy. People were like, oh, whatever, this is a made up story, but it really isn't. Almost every single Saturday I'd wake up before everybody else still be in bed. I'd go in the living room, I'd turn on the TV. It had surround sound system. And so I'd turn it on like 3 or something, right? So it wouldn't be too loud, so it wouldn't wake everybody up. Well, the only way to turn it to max without sitting there and hitting the remote to turn it up there's a knob on the front of it that you could turn, and it would turn it to max.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of a sudden it just go to max. Whoop. And so I'd take the remote and I'd start changing it and trying to put it back down, and then it'd just go right back to max. And I'd do it again and it'd go back to max, and we'd play this game for, I don't know, sometimes 10, 15 minutes, I guess. And then finally I'd be like, okay, we got to stop doing this, or we're going to wake everybody up. Stop. Never, wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. And that was like clockwork. So I knew it was an intelligent haunting, for sure.
And a lot of people, their TVs go crazy too, like static, the screen,
They're here.
white noise.
They're here.
Yeah, and you can sometimes see pictures in that white screen.
Right.
And it's pretty wild. Another instance is you might notice your computer suddenly shutting off.
Yes.
Only to turn back on a few moments later. Well, I wouldn't really say that would be paranormal, because
Depends on your settings.
I've seen
on the
that done
computer.
100 times.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on settings on your computer, things like that. Because if it's going to sleep or something, and you bump it just right and it goes out of sleep, there's a ton of things that could definitely explain something like that.
Yeah, updates, they often shut your computer down. And
Absolutely. You have automatic updates on, that could happen.
so, but it is important to rule out all the explanations for the disturbances.
Yes.
Um,
But be objective. Don't just be like, well, that ain't real. And
yeah,
Be objective
this
with
ain't
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
This is make sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
Make sure your wiring's not faulty. Your power surges are working, or there's no power surges. But if you're consistently experiencing all that, it could be a sign of paranormal activity.
Oh, you changed it, didn't you?
No.
Yes. My button's still there. When it comes to electronic disturbances, we've been on. Roy says his work computer is haunted. That's funny.
I got 2 computers, and one of them was just going crazy over here today, like people doing, like somebody was working on it, and I looked over and sure enough, the mouse was moving, everything was going crazy. Somebody was doing work on it from remote location. Yeah, that kind of was pretty awesome.
That's pretty neat when that happens. The thing is though, is that with that kind of thing, we've had it happen before, where we were on location, that the last thing we did, we had mics
Yes.
that just went dead. We had again cameras that started dying. Luckily we have a couple batteries for it. Things like that just started happening like crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely always bring extra batteries.
Yeah. I'll tell you the story of the graveyard.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
We had just left the bunker after charging everything.
Everything was fully charged.
It takes 10 minutes to get to this place.
Yes.
We get out. I'm filming on the camera. We're seeing little orbs and stuff, or,
Little flashing lights for some reason. You could see them in the camera, in the IR camera, but you couldn't
Yeah,
see
you
them with your
couldn't see
natural
'em.
eye.
with the natural eye.
Yeah.
So I'm recording in the graveyard, and the last thing I caught was a red, like really bright red light. And it was like hovering over, it wasn't in the sky. It was hovering on like over the graveyard. And it was probably 15, 20 feet away. And then all of a sudden, bam, the camera died.
Yep.
The flashlight died.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here in the total dark, and David's over here in the back of the graveyard walking around. I'm David.
I'm doing an EVP session.
I'm going to the truck.
Like, no.
So that was pretty funny, but I don't like it when that happens.
I don't know. I think that it's pretty cool. I was at work the other day, and my employee walked up to me and he was talking to me about some stuff, and he was showing me these guys that he watches all the time. I can tell you a few stories from, hey, Randall. Hey, you know what? That'd be awesome. We would love it.
Oh yeah. Is Randall Ken?
Yes.
What's up, Ken folk?
And this guy was in this, they were in this haunted house, and he was kicked back on the bed. Then all of a sudden, you see where the camera is, and you see the door open, right?
Mm.
And then it closes, click. So he starts walking towards it, and the door opens up, and there's some like toys and things like that in the bottom and the floor, and they all start just coming on. He takes off running. I'm like, no, you're going the wrong way. What are you doing? The activity's in front of you, not behind you.
Right.
It's funny.
I didn't run to the truck, okay?
Yeah, you walked slowly.
I walked, but I was frightened.
We'll work on that though, Jason.
Yeah, I'm working on
you
it.
know what though? I'll have to say, from where you were when we first started doing this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
to where you were when we were just at the last thing that we did, you didn't run at all when you saw that spirit walk up behind Eddie and then turn around and walk back.
Yeah, I just screamed like a little baby.
You did.
But I did.
You and the
scream.
two girls.
I mean, they was watching it on the camera
Yeah,
too
the
when it done it. Yeah, it was only because I didn't have nowhere to run. And she says, I don't run anywhere. Of course not.
Ken says, been to Gettysburg, Waverly, and a few other sites. Never really been scared. I would really love to go to Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
Waverly, I would love to go to. We've been to a place that's close to here that's like Gettysburg, haven't we, Jason?
Yeah, it's
Chickamauga
battlefield.
It was the second bloodiest battle in the Civil War, and after we left the museum and we watched, there's a free movie and stuff you could watch about the battle of what was it, Atlanta or something like that. Anyway, it's that whole, it talks about, that part of the battle, and Lookout Mountain and all that stuff. And after we left there and we started actually doing the tour, we got to a certain part where when I got out of the vehicle, I felt like someone threw 100-pound sack of whatever on my back. I could feel the weight of the place. I got sick, and like sick to my stomach, not sick like I was throwing up, but just like sick to my stomach. like I could feel what happened there, you know?
Yeah.
And it was pretty crazy. Also saw a ghost, saw a Confederate soldier take his hat off and wave it at, like, come here, you know, it's quite crazy.
Mhm.
Jason heard a horse that wasn't
I
there.
heard a ghost horse.
Yeah.
And to beat it all,
Your daughter heard it too.
yeah, what really got me was I had just read a sign, you know, the big monument signs that said so many soldiers and so many horses were killed right here.
Yeah.
Then I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
but yeah, I would love to go to Gettysburg and stuff though. That'd be amazing. We've got so many amazing places here in Loudon still to do, and I'd really hate to lose out on going to some of these places that have never been investigated
Mm-hmm.
to go to places that have been overly investigated.
Yeah.
I would really like to put more things on the map that we know are haunted around here.
Yeah.
Before we started, you know, pinning pins in other places, because, you know, these are places that are only going to let us go in. That's number one. Number two, like I said, they're not overly investigated. And number three, they ain't charging you an arm and a leg to do it.
Right.
You know, it hasn't turned into an industry for them. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, but yeah, Ken, I would love to go to Gettysburg. When you was in Gettysburg or Waverly or any of those other sites, did you actually get a lot of activity? Because I heard a lot of things go on in Gettysburg.
Yeah, you've seen videos of
Yeah.
ghosts and things by
Yeah.
cannons. And,
Yeah, right by the cannons, like they were firing, and you could even hear like the firing, or you could hear them yelling instructions to people and stuff. It's like, that's amazing.
and why do our scientists still doubt it?
Because they can't recreate it.
Maybe it's not to be recreated.
Yeah. I think you're right. Now, you know, the last thing that we're going to talk about, number 5 thing that we're going to talk about, is feeling watched or touched. Now, feeling watched, I'll tell you, there's sometimes that happens and it's not in a paranormal. Got strange pictures.
Yeah,
Oh,
strange pictures.
that's awesome.
Yes,
We like pictures.
we do.
If you got some good stories, Ken, would you like to come on and do a show with us sometime? If so, then info at paranormal411.org. Jason, post that up for him in there. If you'd like to be a guest, we do usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we 7 to 8, we usually try to do an hour. We would love to have you on if you'd like to. But you know, a lot of times feeling watched is really associated with like Bigfoot out in the woods and stuff like that. I don't get it a lot when we're, you know, going and doing ghost investigations.
Well, the last one we went on, we didn't have time to feel watched.
Man, stuff started happening like that, didn't it?
I mean,
It was interesting.
before you even walk in the door,
Yeah,
it was crazy.
it was. Yeah, I mean, it was just almost instant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just boom, and it's there. Actually, we was getting the equipment outside ready, checking batteries and stuff, and was already getting all of our equipment was already going crazy. So, that was pretty crazy. Now, another common sign of a haunting is feeling that you're being watched or touched when no one else is present. Now, this can be unsettling, as it can leave you feeling vulnerable and uneasy. Now, these sensations can be subtle or intense and may occur in various settings, both at home and in public.
Yes.
Right. We've been on some ghost tours that was like that you could kind of feel weird in some places, you know. Now, you might feel a sense of being watched, even if you're alone in a room, or you might experience cold sensation on your skin as if someone touched you. These feelings can be difficult to describe and often dismissed as imagination or anxiety. And I'll tell you, that's something that happened to my wife not, a few months back. She had something that happened to her. I won't go into detail about it because it's her story, but she had something that happened to her, and she called me. At the time I was still on the road as a truck driver, and she was crying. It messed her up. She was so scared about it. She thought she was losing her mind, literally. So, the thing is you can't rationalize the irrational.
Right.
You can't put rational meaning to stuff, because if you do, you are going to drive yourself nuts. You cannot rationalize it. Now, what does Christina say? The hair on her arm stands up when she's not cold. Randall says Granny had a few stories of her old home place in Pall Mall. Really? That would be awesome.
Hey, Sherry.
I didn't hear that one.
Glad
Hey,
you
Sherry.
could join us.
Ever do Graceland? No, I would like, that would be awesome. I didn't know that was open to be able to do something like that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Randall, you're going to have to tell me some of these stories, buddy. You come on the show.
Yeah.
Tell us some stories. That'd be cool. Now, if they occur repeatedly and are accompanied by other paranormal phenomenon, it may be a sign of that you have a haunting. It is important to note that these feelings can be influenced by psychological factors such as stress or anxiety. Now, if you are consistently experiencing a sense of being watched or touched that cannot be explained by natural causes, it could be a sign of paranormal activity. I will caveat that a little bit also, with places of high EMF readings.
Yes.
Places with really high EMF readings will give you that very same feeling of being watched and all these other things, because it does mess, with your brain, literally. We did an investigation of a guy at my works place, didn't we, Jason?
Yes.
And his room, where he had the majority of his experiences, we'll say it, was off the charts.
Off the chart.
Guess what? When I told him that, and I told him where it was, guess what it ended up being?
What?
The house is an older house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got the wires in the ceiling for the heat.
Mm-hmm.
It was always on. It was stuck on all the time.
Wow.
So guess what you're going to get? Very high EMF.
Yep.
So he had it disconnected, and now he doesn't have that EMF anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and he says that a lot of his hey Kim, see that explains Ed's paranoia. You're right, Kim. That's exactly right. That's what I was just talking about. The thing about it is that, he says now that he doesn't really have the things happening that was happening up there. And how many times did we tell him that was such a high EMF that it's really going to be messing with you? You're going to think you're being watched. You're going to think all these things. And look, there it was. Found out what was causing the EMF, had it fixed. Now it's all gone.
Yep.
So, a lot of times there are things that are not paranormal that you could mistakenly think paranormal's happening to you, but it's not paranormal.
Yeah, that's why when you do an investigation, you want to try to debunk everything first.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't debunk it, and it can't be unexplained.
No. Then the possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the percentage of it being a paranormal experience probably went up.
Yeah, by a significant margin. Absolutely. I'll tell you, I enjoy getting to go out and do these kinds of, investigations and the things that we do. I really do.
I do too, but You know, I don't know if I'm really scared when stuff like that happens.
Right.
Like running back. I didn't run back to the truck. I just get disturbed a little bit, you know?
I think you get anxious is what I feel. It's like you're just anxious, and then you're just like,
When I was younger, I was afraid of the dark.
right.
And you can ask anybody that knew me when I was between 5 and 13.
I thought you were going to say 30.
No,
Oh, okay.
5 and 18. I don't know. Anyway, I was scared of my own shadow.
Was you?
Yes. And, you know, just some bad experiences.
Sherry says fast trot back to the truck.
I don't even think I can trot now anymore. I'm old. I hope everybody's enjoyed the show.
We enjoyed it.
That's our 5 sure signs of a haunting.
Thanks everybody for coming on and listening and being part of this. We really enjoy doing these shows, and we enjoy having everybody come on and listen to us and watch us, and thanks everybody for it. Remember, you can find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. You can tune in live every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8, and Saturdays from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. Remember, Saturday from 10 to 11. If you're in the metro Atlanta area, you can catch us on WDJY FM. That's 99.1 FM. For listeners outside of Atlanta, you can listen to us on WDJYFM.com, or you can click the link on our website at paranormal411.org. We're on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. Don't miss our new book, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. Beautiful book, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. It's available on Amazon or paranormal411.org. Join us.
We'll see you guys.
Love you, brother.
Saturday.
Love you, Randall. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody. And Randall, definitely come on. Tell me some stories. Come on the show.